Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Exercinic Show. Today on the stream, I'm going to jump into Blender and I'm going to work on some extra buildings and structures that is needed for level 1 of the game Soul 3000. So you know we've been working on level 1 and I've been pulling things together, and you know, as much as you do, sometimes you see the flaws and errors as you play through, as you do a game playthrough. Even if sometimes you build like you do gray blocking where you put like standing blocks, you know, at a point in time you gotta like say, okay, you know, I can't perfect this anymore and just move on. You know, if you could perfect things to Kingdom Come, right? So I'm thinking that, you know, today is kind of more or less about level design and more level creation and creating things like that. So yeah, we normally on the stream we do character creation, we do concept art, we do world building, and we have an open chat. So while I'm doing this here on the stream, you could more than come in and chat with me. It's not going to distract me in the least bit, because I still do this stuff outside of streaming. So there's work there, but you know, I have to choose, you know, some of the cool stuff or some of the stuff that's not overly boring to put on stream, I think, you know, and things that I could do relatively quickly. So okay, so let's get right to it without further ado. I just want to shout out all the people that normally lurk and watch me, and people that watch me after the fact. You know, they like to scrub through my videos, and it's all good. Hey, just support your boy by subscribing, following, and joining. Subscribe on YouTube, you know, follow me here on Twitch, and stuff like that. Okay, let's get right to it. Blender and level design. Let's go. Okay, here we are. So I'm gonna load up that level. Alrighty, so I have a few things I need to put in here. One of those things being some pipes, and I kind of have a prototype of that pipe. I think I want to build it a little bit better and that kind of thing. And there's supposed to be a back facing piece here, and there's a back facing piece over on the other end of the level right here. So we're gonna grab all that up and we're gonna get going with it. I'm gonna launch. Let's launch Godot. The Godot. Let's launch that. So we could take a look back and forth, and we could test out to make sure that things are the right scale and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so while that's loading, we have this up. I'm going to launch another Blender. Okay, we're going to hunt that pipe down. Okay, here we are. There's something here called waste pipe. Let's open that up. Yep, most likely that's the pipe. Let's come in here. Okay, so this was a low res version of the pipe. If we go to shading, it's just pink because it's missing a texture. Let's find that texture real quick. We're gonna find missing files here. Hello. Oh, Melicitos raided me. Hey, how's it going, Melicitos and the gang?
I really wanna feel it.
Hey. Awesome. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Mel? Hey, and Strange Motions 90s. How's it going? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Okay, yeah, so ha ha ha. And such a silly human. Nah, you know, thanks for checking me out, you guys. Melicitos is extremely talented Blender 3D modeler. I'm doing pretty good, you know. The stream just started. I started a little bit late 'cause I had some technical difficulties, but we're on track here. You know, probably in a little bit I'll put the bread I was making. I'll put that in the oven in probably a little bit. For like a little, you know, intermission break, I'll put it in there. But for now, we're gonna model this pipe that's supposed to be in this bigger level. So I'm hoping to do some big things here right now. Yeah, I'll eat it probably later this afternoon. That's right. Okay, so it seemed like I found a texture for that thing. Thanks, yeah, definitely. Be great. Seems like we have a high-res version of the pipe. Okay, so this pipe was made probably doing sculpting. So I probably sculpted this pipe. There's no need for that. We could easily make something like this in Blender, and this will be a good segue for like a little Blender-ish tutorial. How would you go about making a pipe like this in Blender? Well, one way is to use something called lading or revolutions, and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. Let's get it going. So first of all, let's make a profile, and we'll make a profile. Let's hide the pipe for now. We'll make a profile using Blender's spline tools. Yeah. Does anyone out there like to cook? Some people really like to, and some people just rather not cook. The one who cooks is the one and the one who eats. Yep. So I'm not exactly. Might be so good at cooking, but definitely good at eating, right? You know what, Strange Motions? I like that Ed and Eddie. Is that, let me see, is that Eddie? No, that's Ed, right? Yep, it's Ed. I used to watch that show probably a little bit too much. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. So I'm making the outside, this line here represents the outside of the pipe, and there's a little notch. And then this part here is the face, like the top side of it, and then this is the inside. Let's do something like this. Let's make another notch. It's a great show. So Mel, you were creating a bike, right? How's that coming? I mean, from what I've seen, I mean, it looked like it's coming along pretty good. But it's bikeable. Bikeable bike is... So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to get these points all on the same level here. Select that, select that, select this, scale, and then Z. Okay, I'm going to go in, let's get rid of this plane. Get a little bit closer. Ooh, look at that. There's some anomalies. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I see what's happening here. Let's get rid of this. Okay, we got this back. I think these got separated, so I'm putting them back together. Now notice when you're making a bike, I'm wondering, are you using like reference to get the different parts? Because I noticed you're doing parts like behind the bike and inside of it. Like the gears, like there's a part of the gears where you had the spokes and there's like a hole. I was like, you know, are you doing this from memory or are you using like reference? To get kind of like the inner workings of it? Oh, okay, because I was like, you know, I don't know if a picture will actually show you all, behind like where you were modeling. Okay. Yeah, so most of what I do, I don't really have like a whole lot of reference. I have some reference, but it's more of concepts, you know. So I have concept designs of like, this all the parts are separate. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have like concept art. So I look at concept art of like how pipes are and kind of use that, and I make my own concept art and use that. So before we continue, I like to like wing things based on because this is mostly fantasy, so I like to wing it a little bit, and then before I finish up, get reference and add, you know, like realistic reference things in there. So it's kind of like it's not 100% from the real world, and you know, it's like 50% from my mind, 50% from the real world kind of thing, and kind of mix it that way. Okay, so I have two blenders open here, and let's revolve this and see what we get. So it's normally called lathing, but in Blender they call it something different, right? So in Blender it is called screw. So in Blender you do screwing. Whoa, and look at that. So definitely the angle in which it screws is the angle in which it screws, you know, gives you a different thing. So look at that. And let's open the pipe that I sculpted. And this is probably the right size. So I'm gonna scale up the one that I'm screwing with. Let's scale that up. I like to work from the mind as well, but it makes you lazy creative. As in fact, yep. Well, let me see. It makes you lazy creative. So I said I find a way to do stuff in a creative way because there's no rules. Yeah, I totally get that. So you could like be like, oh, that's good enough, you know, when in the real world it demands you to go the extra mile, right? So yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, that's why I like doing a combination of the both. Yeah, I like the combination of. Yep. To just, you can't wait to get back to just playing around. Hey, it's liberating. The only downside to what I'm doing here, I find, is like, as far as streaming, you have to like really try to explain what you're doing in the moment, because sometimes you don't have it's not an object that people would recognize in the real world, right? So it may be a little boring to stream that because no one actually sees, they don't know what you're doing, you know, and a lot of people who are watching, they won't ask questions to say, well, hey, you know, what's this part, or where you go, you know, like that kind of thing. And it's kind of hard to like say as you go. It's definitely a skill, you know, that I'm picking up on. Okay, so check this out. So I just, ooh, what happened here? Oh, let's go back. We have some extra selected. Okay, so effectively I just built back what I sculpted in a sculpting app. Let's hide this. I built it back in Blender just using polygons, and this is one of the first ways that I learned how to model. In the past was just doing lathing. You could do like baseball bats that way. You could do started doing a vase, you know, like vases and cups, you know. So I'm doing a pipe here that way. Let's see if we could add more resolution to this. Let's go 32. I don't know if that's let's go a little less than that. Okay, that's the surrender. That's fine. Okay. The good thing about doing this, I like, is that you could always change the profile and it will change the model. And it's good for, like, you know, circular tubular objects. Okay, so let's continue here. Let's go back into the wireframe. I just want to make sure everything is all nice and straight. So I'm gonna select all the points on the outer part here. Scale along the. And I'm gonna subdivide this and make a notch in here. So there's a notch. Let's go back into solid. So there's a notch right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go random and let's add some cavity on there. I'm gonna subdivide this point here and make a notch in here in this part here. Oops. Oops. Subdivide. Alright, so I got a point here. I'm going to subdivide this point here again. Alright, and I'm going to use this part here to make a notch in here. So we're going to subdivide this part here like crazy. I'm going to subdivide one more time. Okay, you're going to have a lay down. Okay, yeah. You should reach. Oh, thank you. Enjoy my bread. Hey, have a nice rest, Melissa, Mel. And thanks for rating me. You guys are always welcome here. I hope this will be like a second home for some of you guys. And I always take suggestions, right? So if anyone knows any way I could do something different, feel free to speak up. Feel free. Okay, so I wanted that notch in there. I think I want to bring that notch a little bit closer to the edge on the other side. But before we continue, let's take a look at what the pipe before this looked like. Just gonna grab it, gonna bring it over here, and let's go into colored mode here. Okay, I'm gonna turn the wireframe on this off. Okay. So yeah, so there was an inner pipe, and this was like a collar. Let's see here. Let's see if we get the shading on this a little bit nicer. You know what? It may actually be. Let's come here. It's like that because of it being on the spline. Let's add another modifier on this. Yeah, we're adding that split edge modifier to kind of get it a little more solid, just so we could see. Okay, so that groove was definitely in the middle. I'm gonna play with the viewport shading here a little bit. Let's go from cycles. Let's change some stuff on EV embedded occlusion. Something like that. Just want to be able to see it a little bit better. We don't want any bloom. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let's go back to here. Okay, so that thing right there was a little skinnier. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this a little bit thinner. Lurkers are welcome here. Okay, so I think I have the general pipe, so that was pretty quick. Now notice in this part here I didn't have a collar in the inside, so I think I would take out this extra notch. Yeah, just have that straight going in like that. Just making sure everything is straight. Okie dokie. Okay. We have 32 resolution on the screw. I'm gonna turn that merge on. Okay, so let's take a look at what this, if we drop this on the, let's just lay this out in the level. Now in Blender, I think you could copy from one Blender to the next, so let's do that. So let's make sure it's save here. Control C for copy. Let's go into here. Let's go paste. Wow, isn't that amazing? You can copy from one Blender to the next. That always like trips my head up. Here I'm gonna rotate this. I'm gonna lay this out. So minus 90. Let's turn the water off here. Just have the pure ground. Okay, that's one right here. Let's put another one. Actually, these may have to be set back a little bit. This one could be here. Let's duplicate another one. Okay, what we could do is to do Alt. I think Alt D makes a... Yeah, so if you change one, the others will change. Let's take a look. Let's move this down a bit. Okay, and there's one more that's exists in this world, and that's on this waterfall up here. Let's rotate. Yep. Okay, so I gotta make sure my scales are correct. So we're gonna test the scales out by exporting it into the game engine. I'm thinking these need to be a little bit smaller. Let's do exploration here in Blender real quick. Let's come down to this level and let's press Shift F for viewpoint. Let's just move around real quick. Yeah, I'm thinking these need to be a little bit, at least these need to be smaller. Let's check the other one. I think this one is the right size for being there. Right, so the others I can make smaller. Then we'll test it out in the engine. Needs to be at least so the scale is, let's go 5. Okay. That might be too small. Let's go 7 on that. I think that's just right. It's kind of like when you're doing this stuff, it's kind of like porridge, right? You got to get it just right. Let's go. Let's grab that. Let's put it here. Yeah, so this will have to be rotated. Before I rotate it, I'm going to copy this. Alt D. Okay, so where are these pipes leading to? So there's a building that's supposed to be here. We're going to block out that building. But we always want to try to use assets that we already have and not build everything from scratch. So there's, you know, so it kind of, it sticks with the design concept that we have for the level. This pipe should be a little bit buried. Go a little bit lower. And these pipes you cannot get into. Something like that. Let's check this one out here again. Just getting it just right. Okie dokie. Let's lay out like what the back piece, you know, where this is going. This goes into nothing that you could see. I'm just gonna save this. Okay, so this is our basic file with the actual thing. We'll actually have to build. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to build like you know, like more of it where, you know, where I have a spline where I could like move the angle the pipe in different ways. So we're gonna leave that right there for now. And right here we're gonna just we're gonna lay out the building parts that's supposed to drop right in here. But before I'm do that, let's select these pieces and export them into the game engine. I'm gonna select those. And I think it should convert them into a mesh, because right now we're seeing a virtual mesh that's being created in Blender. It's not a actual triangulated mesh. Export this. Export into a format that the game engine could open it up into. So we're going to go into the Godot engine. I have a folder structure here. Level 1, that's correct. I'm gonna call this level 1 waste pipes. Okie dokie. Let's choose a preset here. There's no animation. Export. Hopefully it changes it into a mesh, I'm thinking. If not, we'll just have to do it manually. Okay, so let's go into Coda where we have... oh, I see, like it just imported the asset. Let's make this bigger. Okay. So everything's supposed to land like right here. So let's look for the asset. So level 1, waste pipes. Let's just open it real quick just to make sure everything is in there. Yep, look like everything is there. Let's do new inherited scene. And let's save the scene. Okay, I like the way it's named, but it's L1 waste pipes. Save. And there they are in the scene. Right now they don't have any materials on them. I mean they do, but the materials are white. Okay, I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna look for the scene where the pipes are. Open those up. Yeah, it's in some kind of state here where just opening up the material here. I just want to change a color on it. It's not gonna allow me to do it right off, so we just leave this as is. I'm just gonna dump this into the level. And we're just gonna see the scale of things with the actual character in real time. So it should be on the level art and it should be on the structures. Let's go level art here. Okay, so it's misaligned. Let's try it not on that. Let's try it under the structures. Nope. Let's try dropping it straight on the main node. Still misaligned. Let's see here. Okay, it wants to be where the terrain is. So where's the terrain? So level art, structures, terrain. Let's drop it in terrain node. There you go. And they're like too white. Let's open this up. Okay, I'm just gonna jump in there and just see because these are really placeholders. Scene is being saved. Oh, for a minute there. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire that up and see what it looks like. See, once we get this in here, then, you know, anything could play off, right? If you guys noticed from the last video, I actually lowered the water level in the river, just so you can see a little bit of the riverbed. There's some little technical issues I gotta fix, but you know, we'll deal with that some other time. Just want to see the size of these things. I think that's good size. Even for small, because we actually scaled this down a bit. I think they could almost be a little bit smaller. Yeah, definitely. Probably like half the size, maybe. Let's try that. Let's try going half the size. A little, not quite half, but close to it. Yeah, let's go 6 on this. So scale, so 6. You know what? Let's go for half. Let's go. This was okay. I think this may be it. Let's go. Definitely. Okay, yep, that's definitely it. So let's get rid of these. Just duplicate this guy. And the next thing we'll do would be to block out the structure that these pipes lead to. And before we even continue, even that, I'm going to look at bring up some concept art so we can kind of look, you know, at how things should look, what things should look like. Now, I got a question for anyone out there. What do you like about Blender? What do you like about art? Do you like watching it? Is it something for you to learn? Like what draws you to check out these streams here on Twitch? Are you more of a tutorial person? Do you like to watch tutorials? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat. Let me know, if you're watching me after the fact, let me know in the about page where I have the suggestion box. You could just leave a little question there, or you could leave a little answer to that. What intrigues you about art and about Blender and about 3D? The reason why I'm asking, I knew one guy in the past who really liked to draw cars. I mean, that was his thing. A guy I knew called KB. And he would draw them so well that he could even do them in Illustrator. And he would do these photorealistic cars in Illustrator, and it just blew my mind. And I couldn't believe he did that using vectors, And I always admired him for that, like, the fact that he put so much attention, but he loved cars. Cars were like his thing. Okay, so let's save these back. So this should be easy. Let's save these back and see the change in the game engine. Okay, save here in Blender, and then we go back, export. We're gonna just save over what we already did here, waste pipes. And just make sure we got the right preset all the time here. So raw, no animation. Let's go. Okay, so that's saved. Let's go back into the engine and check it out. Oh, there you go. It just updated. Alrighty. Let's actually put a material on this, because it's like the white is like really, I can't really tell what's going on. Can you tell? I don't know. I can't. So let's check it out. Let's just drop a generic material on here. I mean, everything in here does have a texture. It's just faster to preview the stuff and to work on the stuff without viewing the textures. I'm gonna make the material red. Oh, it's actually loading up materials right now. Just give it a second. Oh, there you go. So once you see the materials, you can even scale, you know, means something different once you have materials on things. Just gonna give it a nice, it's mostly a red pipes. Just gonna link all these materials together. There we go. Okay, let's re-export this. I'm just gonna give it a little name, call it pipe material. Let's just do that in Blender and just send this back. Okay, let's go back into the game engine and see. Oh yeah, that's way better. What's going on here? There's like another one over here? That has to be like some sort of glitch. I'm not sure what that is about. Hold on here. Let's go back. Go back into Blender. Is there one on the... Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We have one, two. Okay, I think I know what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just re-export this just to make sure. And sometimes you do get glitches with this stuff, because the people who are making Blender and even the people that are making the Godot game engine, they're still trying to perfect the program. Oh man, there's like stuff all over the place now. Hold on here. Okay. File, let's export again. Okay, waste pipes. Okay, hide that. Okay. Oh, so these are finally saved. Oh, everything is updated. Okay, let's check. Let's test it again. Let's launch. Let's launch the demo here. Whoa. Okay, let's try to relaunch it again. Okay, the one thing I realize sometimes it glitches because 3D programs don't like to share viewports. So I'm gonna close Blender down and then look at Godot. Okay, let's try launching it again. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's take a look at these pipes. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, that's way better. take a look. We shouldn't be able to. Right now there's no collision, so you could go right through it. Okay. So that's cool. We know the scale of everything is pretty nice. Okay, so let's get the back building that's supposed to be here and put that into Blender. We could close the game engine for now. Let's fab good old blenders. Yeah, Blender's loading up textures right now. Okay, I just put it over to random colors. Okay, let's get the back buildings that's supposed to be back here. I'm gonna launch another Blender just so we could take a look. Okay, it's called gate building. Actually, not gate building. Hold on here. Yeah, portal. Let's open that. There we go. So these are the buildings that's supposed to be back there. I want to make a special one for where the pipes are coming out of. So I'm gonna select this. Let's grab this. Okay. We're gonna copy this guy. Put him here. So there's a special one for back here. I'm gonna try to use this to build a whole back building that's where these pipes are coming out of. Oh, I didn't grab the back wall. Control C. Okay. Control V. Okay, let's rotate that. Rotate. Z 180. Okay, so this is where some good concept art, and we could even use AI to help us concept what the back building here. I'm looking at this. You see how this looks like kind of like a brace. I'm thinking that this could kind of hold each pipe. So that might be a cool idea. Let's grab, let's go on top view. Let's just lay this out, and we'll construct a building based upon what we have laid out. Let's do something like that. I think that'll look pretty cool. What do you guys think? Is this still screwed? That is something else. So technically, I could literally take this guy and... Okay, check this out. This is a cool thing about this. I could do that. But you know, it's messing up, so probably not quite that way. Let's go just like that. Yep. It actually wants to do it along one plane. So what you could do, what could happen here is this. Hold on. Let's go with one of these guys. Let's just extrude that. Let's go in one direction. One direction. Let's leave this alone. Let's focus on the back building. I'll work on that later. Let's focus on making this back building. top view. Let's bring this up like so. Just gonna push this so this guy is kind of in the middle of that. This, we can leave that right here. Let's take a look. I still see we could bring these up a little bit more. Okay, and this is going to be the basis of our building. Let's grab these. Let's put these in a new layer. Call this utility building. Can't think of a better idea, a better name for it, so I'm just gonna use that name. Okay, so let's hide everything else and let's really focus on this. So I'm thinking the limits of the edge of each thing here is the limit of the building. You got to build it back and what this looks like. I'm going to try to use all the elements that's already, which is just basic shapes, and see if we could construct a building like that. I think the building could go up and it could angle off like that back into the cliff. So maybe that's a thing, right? Let's put all the pipes in a different, is there one hidden here? Oh, it's a different spline, okay. Oh, I got a spline for the, okay, so let's grab that. Let's put that in cutters. So I'm doing a little bit of organization here. Let's put all these pipes in a pipe layer. Okay, we're gonna hide all these. Okay, so we just have these now. Okay, so the easiest thing to do would be to come right in here and just lay down like a basic mesh with a basic shape, and then we're going to look at some concept art for utility type concept buildings, which you know, there's a lot of cool artists out there who do a lot of that stuff, and we're going to mix it with some of the ideas that's supposed to happen for the level, so we get a best of like all worlds. So I'm going to apply a plane here. Let's just make it the size of what I think the building should look like. Probably like from here to here, right? I'm just gonna get a general dimension. Let's just bring the terrain back real quick. So I'm thinking something like this. And you know what? I was thinking that maybe it should go back like this, but maybe it should come out like that. That might look more imposing, right? At least that's kind of what I'm going for here. Let's go like that. Let's make another one. Let's go like this. I think maybe carrying this kind of corrugated, you know. Okay, I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So this is what is kind of cool when making simple shapes. So that you could like think of how everything should kind of look. So I think something like this is kind of cool. And let's make that kind of corrugation type thing. Okay, I just had another idea. Let's check this out. Let's split this in threes. Like that. So in each side here should be this thing, and what's going on, the pipe should bend, right? So okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Let's get rid of these for now. I'm just gonna turn the wireframe on so we can kind of see a little bit. I'm gonna evenly space this out, something like this, so the pipe bends into this position. Because you know, like I'm thinking that you know they want to build the building as modular as possible. Okay, duplicate that, grab, and then X again. Okay, so we really got to do is just do one side, and then boom, we got everything. You just got to do one section of this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to split this. Split in the middle here. Something like that. Let's just do something like that. I'm gonna get rid of the top part here. Let's just extrude this back. Well, just a little bit so we can kind of get a separation here. Then I'm gonna split that. Okay, let's get things back to normal here. Let's turn off the wireframe and let's hide the terrain. Just gonna split that in half, like so. There we go. Let's split this in half. That's our building right there. So technically I should be able to get rid of all these. Like so, get rid of this. So let's just separate that. And I got this guy here. And I'm going to bring his center point like that. And what I'm going to do is to mirror. Oh, his center point is still not moved. Okay, there you go, that's better. Yep, and he's mirrored. Let's get rid of these extra pieces right here. I'm gonna mirror it so it like that. And let's Alt D. Yeah, Blender snapping sometimes screws up. That's why I have a plugin. If you're ever interested in a plugin out there, I'll show you what plugin I have. I have this plugin called CAD Transforms. So if you select that and press G, you get exactly that point and you move it there. If Blender, I mean, you could do it with Blender, but sometimes Blender likes to be a little picky. Let's go Alt D again. I like to go the Blender way first, and if it gets too picky, then I use something else. See, like it's getting picky right now. G, select that point, bam. Okay, so we got kind of like a startings of something. So we just got to build this part out to integrate with this part here. And I think we'll be working with oil. Right, and of course these pipes are supposed to bend into submission. Okay, so what we're gonna do from here, because I have the basic shapes that we've played around. This is totally like oh man, I just got another idea, guys. You see the shape ideas keep coming. So let's just do one more little tweak, and then after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for some concept art in my inspiration folder that kind of lends to this stuff. So I just want to do one more thing. We got to do the fin thing. So let's extrude this. We see what's going on there. Let's just stop that and do Alt S, and you can evenly move things up like that. Alt S, and then if you press S, it makes it even more even. Let's do that. Okay, so that's the shape that we're going with, and it might change, but so far so good. I'm gonna bring up some concept art with kind of industrial set buildings and pipes and stuff, and we'll look to see if we could add any more interest into this. But for now, I'm going to take a little break. I'm gonna put some bread on. I'm gonna check some stuff. So you guys hold tight. Please enjoy the music. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Just needed a little break there. I think my bread still needs to rise a little more. So I'll do that a little bit later. Let's get to looking up some concept art and seeing how we could build this out a little bit more to be a little cooler and that kind of thing. Just off the top of my head, like I'm thinking like maybe this part should be smaller. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that part could be a little smaller, just to kind of really house the pipe itself. Something like that. Just really kind of just housing the pipe. And maybe it could be even extended and bent to like how the pipe is. I don't know. Let's look at some concept art. Go into the old inspiration folder. We got environments. Let's look at that. Now that's interesting. Look at this. You know what I like about this? There's like extra pipes. Maybe we need to add extra like auxiliary cables and stuff in there. I think that'll actually kick butt. And in Blender, there's really good ways to do that. Let me show you a really quick way to do that in Blender. You guys, you probably know this way, but I'm just gonna do it just to see. So first of all, you add like a circle, and that's going to be a profile. Then you add like a curve, Bezier curve, and just come in here. Okay, so this is like, you know, this is where we're starting. So we're going to come along the Bezier curve, go into the Bezier curve thing here. Look under geometry. Let's go profile. So it has its own profile, it has its own object. Let's pick the circle. Come on. Wait a minute, is the circle oh, the circle's a mesh. We need a circle as a Bezier. My bad. Curve. Circle. This one right here. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's go into object here, see if this will work. Oh yeah, that's it. So this is how we're gonna make some quick pipes. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the handle types to be automatic. Just grab this guy here. So maybe this pipe's wrapping around, pipe's leading down, but I gotta figure out like where does this pipe come from, these pipes. So maybe there's a main hole in here with this thing, and then these pipes. So maybe this does want to. Let's put a scale back. Whoa. Wow, it's flipped. Okay, let's go back. We're just concepting, guys. You're just looking at some concepts, you know, kind of led to an idea. Cool thing about this is that if you make this smaller, then you can do that. You can make the pipe smaller. That's kind of cool. And I think you could add like end caps. You could add like an end, like what happens at the end or what happens at the beginning. I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm just going to do a quick layout. You have it automatic, and then you hold right click to kind of do that. I think you should be able to duplicate this this spline here on its own, like duplicate like that, and then you got another, and it's within the same object. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that a little bit. Let's do like 3 or 4 more of these. Let's just duplicate this. Let's just say this one comes up around here. Oops. It doesn't want to actually do on here because it's seen as a virtual object. It's all good. You know, the concept is what it is, you know, I'm aiming for. Right. Just kind of give myself an idea of something different that could happen. That's why, like, I think in most of, like movies and any kind of creative stuff like that, people, they sometimes they spend years just working out concepts, right? And world building. But that's what we're about here. We're about world building, we're about character creation, concept art, stuff like that. I'll plug that in there. So there's obviously supposed to be a hole here. So in this part here could be a mess of these things that's coming out. And that should look cool. By the time we push this guy through, then we could organize everything else. We're just laying out. Let's continue looking. That's a cool idea. Let's keep that there. So that kind of leads from the, yeah, they have a bunch of different things and they have these blocks. So these blocks could be thicker. I like the way how these blocks here are thicker right here. We're watching an anime page. I think that page is maybe from Akira. I could be wrong. Let's go to the top view here. Go back. Let's go into wireframe. I'll select this guy here and maybe like this guy. Grab and let's move that. Kind of thicken up the block there a bit. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, let's go back. Let's continue. Let's look at some more concept art. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? They're definitely having the ground there look so dangerous like this. Something dangerous back there. That could definitely work. You see this part here? I love this part here with these concentric rings inside of a hole that's dug out. So maybe that's what this is back here. So let's get rid of this back here. And yeah, I think I want to do that with the... Let's go to the top view here. Top view, and let's isolate it. I'm gonna slice. I'm gonna use a slice, which is bisect. I just gotta get that nice and cleaned up like that, like so. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so we got this element here. I want to have that whole element in here. I think it would look pretty cool. So I'm gonna merge these two together. Merge. Control C. Yeah. Convert those two together. Just to make sure everything is welded nicely. And we got this lovely part here, and that's where that cool hole is gonna go. Or maybe we do it in this part here. I think that's even better. Yep. So I'm gonna separate this as a separate element, and we're just gonna work on this, guys. So I'm gonna bevel and press V to get something like that. And let's continue to subdivide this up. So check this out. So what I'm gonna do is to do a cut like so into here, or even better, to keep it a little more mechanical, I'm gonna select each edge and subdivide it. Subdivide, subdivide, so subdivide. Oops, didn't want that. Let's do that again. Subdivide, right here, and subdivide. Okay, and I'm going to let's just isolate that. Ooh, actually this is select that. Let's go P. Separate selection. Okay, let's go back in here. Isolate this. We're gonna make that hole that we saw in that that pretty cool thing. So I'm just gonna join these. Oh, I already see something that could be a potential mistake in here. Something that could not work out. It's all good. But we could flip this and get us working better. I had an idea we'd do that. It's all good. Let's see if we can subdivide this some more. Okay, so we got all these extra points. And what I'm gonna do, there's I think if you have like loop tools or something. So if you right click here, see loop tools, and there's something called circle, just hit that and it'll like try to make a perfect circle out of whatever you have. But notice the error that we have here. I'm gonna try to fix that. Let's just merge these two together, J. It's all good, guys. I'm gonna come right here and I'm gonna put a 3D cursor right there. Just select all these. I'm gonna scale that to the 3D cursor. So we know that side is perfect. To the side view. Yep. Let's just move this up. Grab Y. Grab Z. Let's try to do that circle again. Select all this. I'm gonna move this up, move this up. Z. This is perfect. Like, and that time I'm gonna flip this to meet the top there. So I'm gonna select this top and separate this. Oh, what kinds of wobbly goblins? What's going on here? Oh, got a scale. There we go. Alrighty, so I'm gonna flip this now. Make a duplicate. This mirror. Alright, flip it. Flip the normals on this. Alt N. What's going on here? Alt N, flip, grab. Okay, let's rotate this to the correct angle. Let's just select that like so. Bring the cursor there. Let's rotate this. It's gonna come all the way to this edge and make sure we're right on point, right so, like so. I notice we gotta cut that, but what we could actually do is to bring this part down to meet, like so. So yeah, we got a circle. Let's get rid of this piece. Alright, that circle should be good to go back there. Let's select everything here. Let's merge it all together. Merge by distance. Should be good to go. We can select this circle like so. And this, so we got our perfect circle. You know, it's a little bit of a journey, but we got it. Let's extrude. Let's extrude perfectly. Like so. And right here I'm going to straighten it out. Scale Y 0. Alright, so we know that there's a little bit of a, which it should have a little bit of a lip for to accommodate that crap. Let's come here. Let's look at that thing. Pretty cool. So right here we got something like that. And what I'm gonna do, okay, so I'll get this back to bounding. Grab. Just move it back a bit like so, and I'm gonna scale this in. Let's just make sure it's all good. I notice like the circle, it doesn't look quite circular, so let's see if we could fix that. Let's try the loop tools and see what happens. Circle. Wow, the loop tools totally corrects it. Okay, I'm gonna grab. Just gonna do that like so, so we get a perfect snap right in the middle. Everything else has got to conform to that. That's what's happening. Okay. Alright, so let's try the same loop tools again. I'm gonna bring this, I'm not gonna use loop tools, I'm just gonna bring it up that way. Whoops. I don't have the right one selected. Easiest thing would be to bullion this completely out of here. Of course, I have to take the harder way. Let's try it. Let's continue. Circle. Okay. Oh, you like the hard way, see? Yeah, the problem comes with this angle. That's what's going on. Should have just bullioned the thing straight out of here and we would have been fine. So it's not too late. We could still do that. It's all good. It's all good. Let's do that. Let's just make an object right here. Rotate. Just scale this. Let's grab. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's delete this. Let's get it back. Building this out of here would have been 2 seconds. There we go. Let's just boolean it. There we go, guys. Should have done that at the beginning. Let's move it like so. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. It's true. Alright, that kind of lends a little bit to how this, and then it has kind of these. Well, it's actually this ring going repeating. So let's just create something like that. I'm gonna delete this part here. Okay, something's going on here. Okay, we got just a few issues here. I'm gonna try to fix that. And this is just an artifact from the Boolean process. Okay, I think that should be fine. Okay. Okay, this is what we have here, and we're going to just duplicate that going all the way down. Actually, not even that far. Hold on, let's come here. This and this. And maybe that. Okay, we're going to duplicate it. Move it along the Y. Let's do a couple of these. Kind of has some of that effect that we saw in that thing. Let's do a couple more. One more. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna cap this. It's gonna be black. Maybe we could have done a couple more, but I think this is fine. Just don't want to overdo the, you know, what this could be. Let's merge this back with this. Then the rest got it. So we know that this is going to go up into there. Okay, so obviously, like in the terrain, I'm gonna have to punch a hole through here to allow for this tunnel to continue back. the visual of this tunnel to continue back here, which shouldn't be a big deal. I'm gonna try to save. Whoa. Okay guys, so I think I'll call this a stream for now because we kind of started with something here. I think I want to develop it more so in the next, this stream was pretty short, right? And I think the next time around, which would most likely, God willing, will be tomorrow, we'll develop this some more and we'll start working and putting this building together, putting these pipes together and have it as a whole unit. And from there, be able to texture it and add it in the game and see it in all its beauty, right? I think that would be pretty cool. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat here, or even let me know in the suggestion box on Twitch. All right guys, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, but this is us taking elements, laying it out. We did some screwing in Blender, also better known as lading, and also was able to use some splines to run splines for a cable idea based upon some concept art. I used some of this here for like that there. So what you could do is to make a concept board, right? So let's see here. If I go puref, and puref is a cool program to have where you could like just put a bunch of images, whether it be any kind of reference images, whether it be from concept art to whatever. So I'm gonna put that in here. Let's look for the other one, this one here, put that there. So these are the concepts that lend to that pipe. Let's look for one more. I like the shelled, I always love the shelled look of this. I don't know if we'll be able to pull that off in here, but let's just put it in there. Okay, got a shelled look. You should be able to crop this. I think cropping is people a certain button down. Let's try to see if we get crop happening. Anyways, so we like this, we like that. That's our image board right there. We're gonna save this. Okay, so I saved that straight to the desktop, so we could always open it at any time and see all the things that lead to a concept like this. So once we kind of have this kind of basically kind of strewn together, or we could take it like this, we could drop this into like something like Stable Diffusion and get even more variation on it. And then in the end, because this is a centerpiece of, you know, then is how important this is. So when you land in the game, this is, you're being confronted with something like this in the background. So this is a nice major set piece, and we could even use this over and over in other parts of the other levels coming up. So okay, so with that said, I'm just gonna get rid of these extra pieces here. Move this piece down. Like so. Okay, so we know it's all good to go. Alright guys, so I'm gonna keep it short. This is Exercise Nick. You know, we've been checking this stuff out. God willing, I'm gonna start again tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna probably have a way longer stream. I'll keep it short and sweet. See you guys in a little bit. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye bye. And keep on blendering. Come and get some. And I also want to shout out Melicitos and all of her viewers and followers for checking me out. I'm truly grateful for that. Thanks. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And tell a friend and have them join you. Watch me, ASMR Polygons Concept Art on Twitch.